With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 280! 46 down, man, 5-4.
955.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 15, check 15.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Wentz on third down. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 29, Wentz. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike, there we go. Back man. Waiting.
Tighten down. There you go.
Kill. What's that?
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Matt Judon in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
No.
Switch gears.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Ferguson, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, box truck.
On play action, it's Wentz. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Come get some. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. Hey, look, 48.
Hey, Charlie.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry for the North Texas man, it's Jeff Wilson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Jets nothing.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
And Gurley on first down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Wentz now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing is Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Watch the run. This side, baby. 45, 45. Mike, 45.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a...
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Mason Rudolph with 1 touchdown pass thus far.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Watch the...
Down the man inside, down the man.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now it's Wilson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the Jets' 23-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Go. Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
To throw is Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. The turnover put him in great field position. 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Alpha.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Man open. That's Damian Ratley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got Hooper on the short connection. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little... under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey.
Now it's the backup Mariota. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Jets.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to throw one up, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, man. One. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
From the gun, Mariota. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. On first down, it's Gurley. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
At the 41-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the safety creep. Hatchet. Watch twist. Three. He's checking crap.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Damiere Byrd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch twist.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Brian Toole on the tackle. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Y'all playing the wrong football. 45.
Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Come on, boy.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Now it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
45 the mic, go. Deep.
Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
45 the mic. 45.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. 45. Mike, 45. Time to go. Night. Check. 45 the mic. Check. 45 the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 45 the mic.
Here's Jackson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Back now in Baltimore. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Mariota. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check. Pick the edge. Come. Watch the shift.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota to the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On 3rd down, Peterson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they...
Penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 22, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable for Grant. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Mariota, that's going to be caught by Samuel. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now Mariota on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go, baby.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. A first down throw for Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing is Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
25, check 25, check 25. Showing it.
Shift, watch the shift.
Check three. Jim. Hey.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
54's Mike. Check. 54. Come off the ball. Come on, try.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend?
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Grant on the return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
No.
Mariota now. Forced out to his left. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, Enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Ravens, they continue to keep pace for that first